am going to need you to stay properly seated, fasten your safety harness, and buckle up because this video is all over the place. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna, and if you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We are entering the 4th quarter of our 8th year of homeschooling. I have a 7th grader and a 3rd grader for the 2024-2025 homeschool year, which means I have a little bit of time under my belt. Today, I'm gonna come here and I wanna share with you creative and unique homeschooling resources. Are you ready? Let's go. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. First and foremost, let me start with a resource that everybody knows about. This is not a new resource to anyone. And like I said, this video is going to be all over the map. But I have a very special offer for you from Outschool. So if you want to try a class or one-on-one tutoring or a social club from Outschool, because if you didn't know, they do offer all of those things, you can use my very unique link right here to today's video partner, which is Outschool, and save $20 on your first class, club, tutor session, whatever it is that you want to get a look at. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Outschool, Outschool has everything. Everything. They've got clubs, they've got tutoring, and they've got classes. And they offer interest classes. My oldest daughter, actually, my first experience with Outschool was she took a dance class via Zoom, via the Outschool platform for Descendants movie choreography. Heaven, absolute heaven. They have one-time classes like that you can sign up for and just attend. They have classes that, like a history class, for example, that would be scheduled out same time every week. They have one-on-one tutoring and they have special interest clubs. Something that I absolutely love as far as Outschool goes, that is an amazing resource, is that you can get certain things, for example, like history, from trained professionals, but also from a unique perspective that you may not be able to offer. For example, for me, I love that I can get a decolonized look at US history from people of color because I simply do not have that perspective to give, and I think that is incredibly invaluable, especially in my homeschool journey. Outschool platform has over 1 million 5-star reviews, and that is because there is such a wide range of classes available, but also the educators presenting the courses. We are talking about certified educators as well as people who are experts in their specific fields coming and sharing what they know to the next generation of learners. Over 55% of the families who utilize Outschool have a learning difference, whether that be ADHD, neurodivergence, or giftedness. It is a platform designed around success for your learner. There is something for everyone on Outschool. And like I said, with my code, you can save $20 and just give something a try. So whether it is understanding ancient civilizations by building through Minecraft and social time, yes, that's really a thing. If it is a decolonized look at American history, if it is help with math, if it is a little bit more in-depth writing curriculum, a little bit more in-depth writing program, explaining something a little bit differently, or you just feel like you need to tap out and get some help in any aspect that you're covering in your homeschool, Outschool is by all means a well-regarded platform that can help you and your learner get to that next level in your homeschool journey. So be sure to check them out, use my unique code. So if you enjoy things like Outschool, or if you are enjoying creative and unique learning approaches, I have got such a wild list for you. So one is outsourcing classes, like I said, through Outschool platforms. There are a wide plethora of options available to you. Here in my area, here in Houston, we can outsource art and science and all kinds of other lessons, one of which, or two of which, actually art and science, I'm both considering for next year, and I'm really excited about that. Now, something that I've offhandedly mentioned recently as a creative and unique homeschool resource is creating an account through the National Archives and going on a citizen transcribing mission. That's right, they've actually amped this up. Not only can you go on and transcribe historical documents because they are written in cursive, so it can't automatically be done, and they need skilled, trained cursive readers to do this. Now, if you are like, Shauna, how is this a homeschool resource? You can do this with your learners, with your family, and if you are wondering what is available, they have historical documents, real, genuine historical documents that they have collected all the way from the Revolutionary War through the Japanese internment camps. You can get your hands on anything that you're studying on any period in US history, and you can get you can get copies of these resources to transcribe with your learners. So what is better than a first-hand account look at history, but at the same time, you are doing your nation a service. I think it's so cool, amazing, and unique. So be sure to go over and sign up. Again, everything that I have that I'm talking about, I will link down below in the description box. So if there's anything that you want a little bit more info on, you can scroll on down and find it. Let's talk about homeschool days. Now, again, I am right near a major city, but I know this is something that happens all over the country. So homeschool days are days where, for example, for us, pretty soon, we will be attending SeaWorld in San Antonio for their homeschool day. They open it up and it's all educational programming. The rides aren't running, they're not serving food, but they are doing special keeper chats and special presentations to help your learner learn more about the animals and habitats they have at SeaWorld. We've also attended Homeschool Day at Six Flags Over Texas in Arlington. Oftentimes, these places that are putting on these programs have gone through the work of getting their curriculum, which you can download ahead of time, TEX approved. And I'm not sure what the equivalent would be in your state, but here in Texas, that means that they have printed out, we can print out a curriculum that tells us exactly what Texas education standards, the things that you're learning about, align to. And something else that we have done, which I think is really fun. Well, at the theme park, it was learning about physics, which I thought was so cool. They had an elementary level program and also a middle high school level program, which was so cool. And we could create things ahead of time to help us understand like the slope and it was wild. It was fun. It was wild. Another place that we have done this is the historic Pleasure Pier down in Galveston. They have history tours and also math and science tours. And so depending on which one you want, you download that curriculum ahead of time. Homeschool days are available at Moody Gardens, where you can go in and learn about the different habitats in both the aquarium and the rainforest pyramids. We have also attended homeschool days at the downtown aquarium, where actually we have one coming up where my children will be dissecting a squid. So they will get a little fun dissection in as well. A lot of these things also, for example, the Pleasure Pier, the Landry's properties, they will offer discounts on their all-day ride pass. So you can make it educational. There's special tours, but then you can also make it really fun for your learners. So homeschool days. Now, Shauna, how do you find out about these homeschool days? And this is really important, creative and unique resources. Join groups. So even if you don't have a co-op, even if you don't have a homeschool group, or the groups that you're in aren't necessarily aligned with like your secular values, by following the Facebook pages of these groups, by following these things, you learn about these resources that you wouldn't know about otherwise. Now, the programs at the science museums and SeaWorld, these are all secular programs, but you're going to find out about them through the homeschool networks. Most of those are not going to be secular, but I would like for you to consider following them anyway. Now, there are a lot of options here in Houston and here in Texas for staying up to beat on those homeschool groups and getting the little bit of that inside track as far as what's coming up. There are actually excursion groups here in Texas where they offer discounts to like Great Wolf Lodge and things like that. It's really amazing. They also offer hotel discounts at Moody Gardens and special tours, and there's all kinds of things you can do. So if something I've talked about hasn't piqued your interest, did you know that you can tour the Astros facility and, well, no longer Minute Maid Stadium, and learn about what happens there? You can take a tour of the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. All you have to do is find the information. And if there is a place that you want to go that doesn't have an option for you, call them and create it. There are so many resources available if you just find them that I think it's really amazing. Groups and places, again, are really important to follow and stay on top of. But have you considered other level courses? Now, when I first thought about this, I was like, oh, higher level courses. As many of you know, we are currently taking an online dinosaur course, which is actually a college level course. that it's free and available online, and we are not paying to have it transcribed. However, my kids are really enjoying it. But that goes the same way for things that might actually be below your learner. I think so often we put on our blinders and we think about, I have a 7th grader. Okay, but your 7th grader might really enjoy something from 4th grade, and that's okay. Your 7th grader might really enjoy an art appreciation, series from Crash Course that's geared toward high schoolers or college level. And that's okay too. So I want you to stop and think about other leveled resources. It is okay if it is simple and easy. Even my big kid will still sit down and play with pattern blocks because they're enjoyable. I want you to think about things outside of the confines of what we have been trained to think is appropriate for our specific grade kid or specific aged kid, and certainly specific gender kid. Think outside of the box for resources that might appeal to your kid based on their interests. And these can be creative and unique learning resources. Did you know that the places you go have some really amazing options? For example, the National Parks Program. One, they will often have scavenger hunts, keeper talks, all kinds of things that you can actually go and do while you are at the parks. But also, they have curriculums that you can download, at least some of the state parks do here in Texas before you go, again, Texas aligned. Or you can even apply when you have a 4th grader to get a free parks pass to the national parks. 4th graders all across the nation are eligible to get a free year of entry to the national parks. So look up that program. Again, I will have it linked down below. As far as places go, do not discount museums. And this is twofold. I'm going to get back to one in a minute. One, museums and libraries. Museums and libraries have lending programs. And yes, Shauna, they have books, of course. They've got DVDs, they've got audiobooks, absolutely. But did you know that your library can lend to you other things? For example, Houston Public Library, Houston Harris County Library, they will lend you a ghost hunting kit. Did you know that you can check out and reserve recording studios? Did you know that they have a film studio, complete with everything that you need to film a video, should you choose to go do that there? These are things available to you through having your library card and having an account with that library. Museums across the nation also lend items. There are several museums that will do it. They will ship it to you for a low charge. There is the Holocaust Museum in San Antonio where you can go and actually check out a trunk, and it is full of artifacts, books, and lesson plans to help you on your journey. Check with your local museums and see if they offer lending resources. This is an amazing, amazing way to have fun, to get out, go visit the museum, take home a box of fun things to do, or go look at slides or check out fossils. Did you know there are museums all across the country that will ship you their artifacts and things? You can go to certain and pick them up. There are one-time costs. Some are free, and some will offer you a membership for the year to check out resources that are available at your museum. Take advantage of the things available to you, both through your museums and through your libraries. There has never in the history of man been a scientist, a librarian, or a curator who did not want you to want to learn more, to see more, to share what they knew. Ask them if these kinds of things are available to you, and just search out. If you need to borrow a fancy microscope, ask your library. You never know what is available to you if you do not ask. Now, circling back to museums, museums and zoo memberships can get you an absolute ton of perks. So our zoo is a member of the AZA, which is the Aquarium and Zoological Association. I might be making up that acronym. And also many museums in our area are part of the Science and Technical Science Museum, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember, but I'll link it down below. Basically, they are part of a network. So with our Houston Zoo membership, we can actually go to zoos all across the nation and receive a discounted entrance fee, sometimes free, sometimes 70%, sometimes 50%, depending on what reciprocity agreement they have available. With our Science Center Museum membership, we can get into children's museums and science centers all over the United States, as long as they, I think, are more than 90 miles or more than 250 miles away. Meaning I can go to the Dooseum in San Antonio. I can go to the Whitty Museum. I can go to the Perot in Dallas, all for a free or reduced rate because I have a membership here. Those memberships also entitle you to random fun things. The Children's Museum of Houston membership gets you a discount on your food at Nico Nico's. Who knew? Which, if you didn't know, is amazing Greek food, super yummy, love it so much. The perks of having some of these memberships are exponential, especially when it comes to a creative and fun learning resource. Now, let's think about maybe a few other places that you haven't thought about. Are you following your local arboretum? Are you following your local parks? There are things that I only know about because I happened to see a Facebook post about the herd of goats that the Houston Arboretum brings in to chew up the lower vegetation around the Arboretum. I can go see goats eating grass at the Arboretum, and it makes me so happy. There are amazing, amazing resources available to us as homeschoolers if only we should look and find them. Creative and unique, amazing resources abound, okay? You can explode your homeschooling journey with awesome, amazing learning if you just search it out. Now, I recognize I am privileged. We're in a really large city. We have a lot of amenities here, but there are a lot of things that I have referenced that I have driven quite far to be able to go do. Texas is huge, but there are amazing resources here. And I am a firm believer that there are resources like this all over the country. So do me a favor, before you navigate away from this video, scroll down in the comments, give me what you know of. First, put your state. So for example, Texas, Landry's Homeschool Days. Texas, SeaWorld Homeschool Days. Put your state or state and city. Let me know what that resource is that's available for homeschoolers that you didn't know. You can put a group name. You can put a Facebook page name where there are the resources that people can find and search out for their homeschool. Help us build this resource list because every single thing on this list, if somebody hadn't told me about it, I wouldn't know. And now there are certain things that I look forward to every single year. Our science classes at the museum, SeaWorld Day, a homeschool day at SeaWorld. There are so many things that make this homeschool journey more amazing than it already is. So many resources, creative resources, valuable resources that I want to shout them from the rooftops and tell them to you all the time. So build this list with me, help me out. Everything I've talked about, I will link down below. Guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. While we are talking about these out-of-the-box creative and unique homeschool resources, don't forget to check out today's video partner, which is Outschool. Thank you to Outschool for just giving us a discount code. It's quite amazing. They thought outside of the box and they've built a huge platform with over 1 million 5-star reviews. There's something for everybody. Don't trust me, check it out for yourself, but use the coupon and save some money. Guys, that's it. Don't forget to share those resources down below and let me know where they're coming from. Bye, guys.